I'm working on a Polaris Sportsman ATV, and the rear bearings were shot. So I'm in the process of changing them, and I want to show what an incredible tool. If you haven't got one in your garage, a hydraulic press. I've changed bearings like this before without a press, using literally a sledgehammer and sockets and anything I can do to try and get that bearing out of here, the aluminum housing. I bought this press probably a year or two ago. It was at Canadian Tire on sale, and it is one of the greatest things I have in this garage. Once you have one, it makes putting these bearings in and taking them out, or anything you're working on that you need pressure. This is a 10-ton press, and it is more than enough that I need. But I want to show you for working on ATVs, etc., whether you've got a press or you don't. I have this set of, it's a press. You can use it to push and pull bearings in and out. Just about anything you need to press together that's round. There's receiver cups, and then the plates all different size. And I got this on Amazon. It wasn't that expensive. And let me tell you, doing what I'm doing here, that press and those pieces that'll fit just about anything I need, it's absolutely fantastic. So I have one here, you can see. So when I'm pressing this bearing out of the hub, this fits right in there. It's just small enough. If you look at the edges, it's just small enough to fit inside and through the inside of the hub to press the bearing out. And it's just a matter of finding one of those pieces that's the right size. So when it comes time to putting it back in, I start with the bearing on the table when I put the new bearing, and I press the hub back down on it. And the reason I do that, and what makes this press fantastic, is the fact that the actual push bar of the press is perfectly perpendicular, and so is the plate that you're pushing onto. So when you start to apply pressure, things are lined up perfectly and they slide in nice and easily every time, as opposed to having a press that has a bottle jack or something and a big beam. The beam tends to wobble and your pieces may not be square. But this pushing with that piston is just so easy to insert and remove things. It's worth its weight in gold in a garage. So I'm going to line that bearing up, and I'll put the pieces in place, and I'll show you how easy it is to push it back together. So you can see there in the back of the hub, I've placed one of these discs, and it's the perfect size. It fits up to the flange of the bearing but won't come through, so it's bigger than that. So now when I'm pushing down vertically on that flange, perfectly flat with the piston, and the bearing is sitting on this big steel plate, which is also perfectly horizontal, it's going to slide right in quite easily. So this is the handle and the cylinder to compress, to pump the press in. So I've got it all lined up, roughly centered inside there, and the entire bearing sitting flat. Now, this is the tricky part when you're trying to do it without a press, obviously, is beginning. Okay, you could see it just squared itself up as soon as pressure was applied. And now as I push it, you can see it's going down there absolutely effortlessly. And there's hardly any pressure on the press because it's completely squared when it started, and it was not a problem to get it in. So as someone who spent most of their life doing this the hard way, all I can say is if you find something like this on sale, grab it if you don't have one in your garage. It's one of the most valuable tools you'll ever find. Very great frustration preventer. Anyway, if you like that video, please subscribe and like and help me out. Thanks.